Good morning, health, wealth, and family. It's roughly 6, well, a little before 6 a.m. I'm pulling out of my parking garage, and a lot of times I film these videos not just for education for members and clients, but so people can just get to know me and get to know what we do in our thought process and fitness. Oh, I put the seatbelt on, getting yelled at there. Understand the processes and understand our company mission and what we're doing. And one of the biggest changes I ever made in my life was deciding to do something for a mission and stop doing it for commission and see, where life takes me. I spent a lot of time in corporate America and as an entrepreneur doing things just for the money, and realized I felt empty and unhappy, and sometimes that can sever relationships. It really inspired me to, get involved in starting this company called Health, Wealth, and Family for the purpose of, kind of making myself feel better. Originally, it was just a passion, and then realized that there were so many people that I talked to that could, use the help. So, and we're like-minded. So it just drove me to, pursue my mission this way. But the topic I wanted to discuss with you today is just, and I guess I'm a little lost for words this morning, because when I woke up and I saw this post on Facebook, it was from one of our agents in our company in California, and I do know this young lady. I've met her at an event. We were at an insurance convention sometime last year. And when I saw her name, I immediately, of course, stopped to read the post. I like to see some of the things people are doing, what they got going on. Well, this was the post that every agent, fears reading. And in this post, it was a post just about how, she attempted to help somebody, with a policy. They had some questions. She wanted to help them out. And at that time, they weren't ready. And by all means, my condolences to the family. And apologies for your, and I don't even know what to say, I'm sorry for your loss. But there's a lot of reasons why people don't get policies. And, sometimes it's just because, somebody told you it's a waste of time and money, that you're renting your policy. And for those people that say that, there are types of policies out there where if you outlive them, you can get your money back, and they can be set up appropriately to be very beneficial, so you're not renting them. It's almost like a savings account, guys. So if that's one of your fears, stop it. Get covered, because when I wake up and I see posts of, weeks after someone said they no longer wanted a policy, there was no cancer, there was no nothing, just no reason, just boom, gone. And now the families, the GoFundMes and the milk cartons and the, whatever you want to do to try to raise money, because the family, if they weren't in a well-off position or have a rich uncle that can pay for the funeral, I mean, where are they really at? And it's heartbreaking, and then what really breaks my heart even more is the state of my industry sometimes, because, there's a million agents out there that get their license and they are on a mission to really help people just like this family. And, whether it be friends and family that tell you that, oh, you shouldn't do it that way, or, you have a financial advisor or a CFP or, a money manager or somebody that tells you, you should just put your money in securities because life insurance is a waste of time. Well, first off, I don't buy, trucks from a sports car dealer, and I don't buy my Ferrari from a pickup truck dealer. And I would remember that we have different jobs and tasks. And first and foremost, understanding life insurance, it's not just term and perm, guys. There's more than one type of term, is one thing most people don't know. And the other thing is don't make your investments based on what somebody else wants for you. Did you take the time to get educated and understand that there's over 6 types of life insurance out there that are different, and they all function differently? And at the end of the day, as your agent, I don't care which one you buy. I care which one I might recommend based off what your goals are. But at the end of the day, one of my mentors told me something that was just the best advice. He said, don't take it personally, Jason. Remember, we're going to be battling between advisors and planners, because for the people that we want to help in retirement planning, we're in a fight for the same retirement dollars as their advisors and planners. And so don't take it personally. The people you can help, just be thankful you could help them. And I said, okay, great. I learned that lesson. But then something he said to me the year after that was even more impactful. And he said, Jason, he says, the one thing you want to get across to your clients is not about how much money they spend, not about what policy they buy. He says the moment they pass away, the best company, the best policy, the best plan is the policy they have at the moment they die so their family's okay. So we shouldn't get so hung up on, this policy or that policy. To be honest, when people talk to me, I'm not looking to try to get hundreds of dollars out of you. I'm not looking to take all your retirement fund. I don't care if you get a $20 policy, so at least you're covered, and we talk next year and build that relationship, and you're a better place and you want to do some financial planning. That's fine. But at the end of the day, all I'm looking for is to make sure that you reached out to me and you said, listen, I want to make sure I'm covered in case anything happens. We went over a few things, and I know that maybe there's cheap policies and more expensive policies. Just pick one. I have 20-year-olds that, have little sisters and brothers they have to help take care of. If mom or dad dies, I said, I want to make sure I can help them out. They spend $20 a month because they're young. Well, I had a client who's younger, 18, 19 years old, has a $13 a month, an $11 a month policy. You don't have to spend $200, $300. Now, there's some great policies in that price range that can do amazing things, just like the policy I have for my own son for his college and retirement that's set up already. And he's 7. But at the end of the day, I don't sit back and say I'm not going to purchase a death benefit because I can invest my money over here. They're different tools, completely different tools. And when you purchase life insurance, even though there's amazing policies out there that can be used for investing and getting most of the ups of the market, but without any risk, and they don't have fees, and you can grow your money tax-free. There's all these great things available if you choose to learn about them. But at the end of the day, that's not what I'm selling you. What I'm selling you is peace of mind. I'm selling you insurance, just like you have on your phone, your car, everything else, so that in case something happens, your family's okay. And nothing breaks our heart more than realizing that the one thing we're trying to sell is the one thing that gets overlooked because of the other things that we could do for you. And when we compare that stuff to other products, or we just decide that we're just not ready, that we don't need a policy, 23 years old, drunk driving accident. They weren't the drunk driver, by the way. Got killed, left behind a brand new wife and 2 kids. That's a story I heard last year. Actually, it was 2 years ago. Sorry for that. 2 years ago. You're never too old. You're never too young. If you're insurable, you really, really should do it, guys. So I needed to start my message off with that because that's just something that's really on my heart. Now, I'm going to do a real quick workout Wednesday this week. It's not always about the workout you do. Sometimes it's about having knowledge when working with your trainer on how to handle the workouts you're currently doing better. And the other day, I had a client ask me, she said, Jason, I love doing these interval style trainings, but one of the things that gets me when I try to mimic some of the workouts that we do when you're not around, she says, I just never know how long to rest. She goes, you always just tell me to go. How do you make that decision? And so I told her, I said, something I've always taught my clients and my athletes is that obviously you need to maximize your intensity, but you also need to minimize your rest, but everything has to be within reason. We call that your dosage. How much of a dosage of exercise can you handle, and how much of a dosage of a rest do you need to recover? So what I tell her is simply this: count. If you're doing interval training or a task specific workout, I should say, rather than intervals, and you want to know if it's time to shorten your intervals to make it harder, or if you should be resting longer while you're chipping away at this monstrosity of a goal of a workout, if you're doing like a task-oriented workout. And it comes down to this, is when you take a rest, count. If you feel better or good enough to move again in 20, 30 seconds, especially in a chippers type task-oriented workout, then that's your initial dosage. Now, as you get better and better, you're going to notice you need to rest less and less. So time that. If you get down to the point where you're chipping away at 100 reps for an endurance protocol on a ladder or something, and you got 10 seconds, and you're like, okay, I feel great. Pick up the bar, pick up the ball, pick up the dumbbell, pick up whatever it is, and go. If you're standing there in the room spinning and you don't feel like you can do it, right? Step back, recover, see what's up. you need to assess whether it's safe to continue or if you're just out of breath. But don't wait till you're completely comfortable, guys. Use the dosage scheme or the dosage idea, because the more fit you get, your dosage of exercise needed will go up and your dosage of rest needed will go down. And you need to track those two things so that the workout you're getting is always pushing your boundaries. Okay? If it doesn't have you suffering a little bit, and I'm not saying in pain, but I mean suffering, going, man, I would feel much more comfortable walking on a treadmill versus huffing and puffing, right? The huffing and puffing is necessary. If your body's not under stress, it has no reason to react to get stronger, so that you can't do this to it again, okay? And that's kind of the biggest thing about exercise, and understand that. You're trying to put your body in a position to get stronger so that the next time you do this crazy thing called exercise, it's not as tough on your body. So take that as my workout tip for the day, guys. I hope you take my rant on insurance to heart. You know, obviously at Health, Wealth, and Family, we want to obviously take care of your health with our personal training services. We want to help you maximize your wealth and protect your wealth with asset protection, probate protection, control your taxes, you know, all that through our financial services side. And we really just want to be a light for people that have been through some dark stuff. If you need to talk, if you need a friend, give me a call, man. Reach out to me, touch base. I've been through more stuff than more people could possibly ever think of, and it's been a true inspiration for why I do what I do. And I love sharing my knowledge. Trust me, I've made friends, I've made enemies, I've disappointed friends, and I've helped a lot of people, and I've learned a lot. And that's what this life is about, is to take all your wins, all your losses, all your achievements, and all your embarrassments, and use it to help other people. And whenever it's possible, go back in time, make amends. You know, just live life happy with no regrets, and being the best version of yourself you can be. And you know, for one particular person out there, I hope you see this post today. I see you beating yourself up a lot out there on Facebook, man. Life happens. We all make mistakes. I've made mistakes that just destroyed my life to a point where, you know, I had to rebuild it. And when you do that, it makes you look in the mirror at yourself. You cannot change what you've already done, my friend. And you can't change how people have reacted to that. What you can do, and even if it's not today, next month, next year, is you can make amends. You can say you're sorry. You can tell them you love them. But you have to just accept the fact that you truly feel that way and you've done that. And if they accept you, great. If they don't accept you, well, that's great too, because you are now a better person. You have graduated from another year of this thing called life, and you know how to be so much better. And the people in your future, if you can just embrace the value in what you've learned, the people in your future are going to be so appreciative of your growth, and you will be viewed as such a bigger person because of what you've been able to overcome and the person you are today. So guys, have a great day. Make sure you get out there, exercise a little bit today, read a book, increase your self-development. Make sure you're reading at least a book or two a month. One of the greatest things I ever learned, and it wasn't learned, but I should be reminded of by two of my mentors, Patrick Bet David at Valuetainment Weekly, and Jonathan Mason. You can check him out, John Mason on Facebook, YouTube, hashtag, you know, John Money Mace. You'll find him. But anyway, guys, have a great day. Go out there, get a mentor, get yourself right, enjoy life, be better, and make sure you're looking out for your health, your wealth, and your family. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.